Have you ever looked in the mirror, felt totally confident, and then realized you made a massive mistake? Welcome to the B&M English Podcast. I'm Bruno.
And I'm Mary. Welcome, everyone. Bruno, that sounds like a very specific question. Did something happen to you this morning?
Mary, it was a disaster. A complete breakfast disaster. You know, I love making boiled eggs in the morning, right? It's my simple, healthy routine.
Right. It's pretty hard to mess up a boiled egg, Bruno. You just put it in water.
Exactly. That's what I thought. But this morning, I was half asleep. I put the egg in the pot, turned on the stove, and walked away to check my emails.
Oh no, did you forget about it?
Worse, I forgot to put water in the pot. I just heated a dry egg on a hot stove for 10 minutes.
Oh, Bruno, no way. What happened to the egg? Did it explode?
It didn't explode, thank goodness, but the smell was terrible. The shell turned completely black, and my kitchen smelled like a campfire. I had to open all the windows.
That is amazing. You managed to burn an egg without even cooking it.
Hey, it's a talent. But it made me think about our topic today. Today, we are talking about everyday mistakes, the little accidents we all make, and how we can learn from them.
I love that theme. Mistakes are a huge part of life, and honestly, they are a huge part of learning English, too. Our listeners make mistakes every day, and that is totally okay.
It really is. In fact, if you aren't making mistakes, you aren't trying hard enough. So today, we are going to laugh at our blunders and learn some great English phrases along the way.
So true, Bruno. And you know, speaking of mistakes, your burnt egg story reminds me of a massive blunder I made a few years ago when I first moved to the city.
Oh, wait, hold on. Mary, the language expert, made a mistake? Please tell me it involves getting lost, because I love it when you get lost.
Well, prepare to be happy because that is exactly what happened. I refused to use my phone map because I thought, hey, I have a great sense of direction. I was looking for a new coffee shop downtown.
Classic Mary. Pride before the fall. So, what happened?
I walked for 45 minutes in the complete opposite direction. I ended up in an industrial area, looking at a factory instead of a cute cafe. I had to look for a taxi to take me all the way back.
That is brilliant. You were looking for a latte and you found a warehouse. But let's look at the English there. You used the phrase look for. At the A2 level, this is a super important phrasal verb. It just means to search for something, right?
Exactly. I was looking for a cafe, and then I was looking for a taxi. You don't say searching after or looking to, it's always look for. For example, I am looking for my keys. Simple and useful. But honestly, your story makes me feel much better about my second story. This one happened last Tuesday. Oh, nice. Story number 2. What did you do last week, Bruno?
Well, I woke up late, rushed out of the house, and ran to a very important meeting with our production team. I felt great. I walked into the room, sat down, crossed my legs, and realized I was wearing 2 different shoes.
No, you didn't. What kind of shoes were they?
Please tell me they were totally different colors. One was a black leather dress shoe, and the other was a bright blue running sneaker.
Oh my goodness. Bruno, that is legendary. How did you even do that? Didn't you look at your feet when you put them on?
Like I said, I was rushing. I just grabbed whatever was near the door and tried them on. Well, I didn't try them on, I just put them on and left. Everyone in the meeting was trying not to laugh at me.
Oh, I would not try to hide it. I would laugh at you right to your face. But wait, you used another good phrase there. Laugh at.
Yes, in English, we laugh at something or someone if it's funny. We don't say laugh with in that specific way when someone is the target of the joke. They were laughing at my shoes. Perfect. So we have look for and laugh at. 2
excellent natural verbs for our listeners to practice today. 2 mismatched shoes in a board meeting. I don't think I am ever going to let you live that down, Bruno. But anyway, let's move on to our third scenario. This one didn't happen to me, thankfully, but it happened to a close friend of mine last month.
Oh, thank goodness. My pride needs a break. What did your friend do?
So she was working from home, and she wanted to send a quick text message to her boyfriend complaining about her boss. You know, just venting after a long, stressful meeting.
Oh, no. I already know where this is going, Mary. Please tell me she didn't send it to the boss.
She did. She accidentally clicked on her boss's name instead of her boyfriend's. The message said, "I can't stand him today. He is being so annoying." And she hit send.
Wow, that is the ultimate digital nightmare. My heart just dropped into my stomach hearing that. What did she do? How do you even fix that?
Well, she panicked for about 2 minutes, but then she realized she had to clean up her mess immediately. She called her boss right away, apologized sincerely, and explained she was actually texting about her brother who was visiting and being loud.
Wow, that is a very quick recovery. Smooth. And clean up is another fantastic phrasal verb here. At the A2 level, listeners usually learn clean up when talking about a bedroom or a kitchen. Like, I need to clean up my room.
Exactly, Bruno. But in conversation, we also use clean up to mean fixing a big mistake or solving a problem that you caused. You clean up a mess, whether it's spilled milk or a wrong text message.
That's a brilliant tip. Now, speaking of fixing mistakes, it's time for our fluency tip of the day. Mary, what should our listeners do when they make a mistake while speaking English in real life?
My biggest advice for A2 learners is to use natural conversational fillers. When you realize you said something wrong, don't just freeze and stop speaking. That kills your confidence. Instead, use phrases like "I mean" or "you know" to correct yourself smoothly.
Oh, I use those all the time. So if I say, I go to the store yesterday, I can just quickly say, I went to the store yesterday.
Yes, precisely. It buys you a second to think, and it sounds incredibly natural to native speakers. It shows you know the correct form, and you're just adjusting on the fly.
It really does. Just saying I mean makes you sound like a pro, even if you just totally messed up a past tense verb. I should use that next time I walk into a meeting with a blue running shoe on one foot. I'll just look at my boss and say, I mean, it's fashion, you know?
I don't think any filler phrase can save that shoe choice, Bruno, but nice try. Anyway, that brings us to the end of today's session. We learned some great vocabulary today for our A2 learners. Let's do a super quick recap.
Right. We had look for, which means to search for something you lost or need. Then we had laugh at, which is what Mary does to me every single day on this podcast.
Hey, you make it very easy for me. And finally, we had clean up, which means to fix a big mistake or a messy situation. And of course, our fluency tip, using I mean and you know to correct yourself smoothly.
Perfect. Now, listeners, it is time for your weekly challenge. We want you to go to the comments section of this episode and write down one funny everyday mistake you made recently.
Yes, try to use at least one of the phrasal verbs we learned today. Tell us what you were looking for or what mess you had to clean up. Don't worry about perfect grammar, just share your story.
Exactly. We can all laugh at our silly mistakes together. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today on the B&M English Podcast.
Have a wonderful week, everyone. Keep practicing, don't be afraid of making mistakes, and we will see you in the next episode.